Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We've got the first person live on the phone right now. Just some basic rules before we start. Please remember, do not stack your questions when we go ahead and answer questions. So one or two questions, no more. You get about 5 to 7 minutes. Use a fake name right when you call in. Also, very, very important, please have your legal question ready. No story mode. With that said, keep it to disability benefits if you can when it comes to the questions. And finally, I can't give you a magical full legal answer because I don't have your entire claim in front of me. So just, understand I'm limited by the information I have. With that said, we have the first caller on the phone. Good sir, what is your legal question? Go ahead.
Well, just to keep it very straightforward, I've already won my claim. I have disability. I'm on SSI, and I'm starting to get my back pay. And I simply am looking for information on the best way to go about buying a house, buying some property with this, because I know it's possible. There's some videos on your channel, I think, YouTube. You mentioned the availability of these programs, in your channel, different places. Got any advice?
Okay, so are you SSDI or SSI or a hybrid of both?
SSI only.
All right, so you're
And my first review is in 5 to 7 years.
so you're SSI only. So one of the big things you're going to have to do is call the county and see if there's a way to buy through one of their low income mortgage programs, so that your mortgage is like 200, $300 a month, and see if you can get a rent to buy through the county. Have you tried that yet?
And those will be called housing and finance agencies, right?
Kinda. They have their own separate division, usually inside the county, that buys out a large plot of land that has a bunch of houses on it, and then they do a redevelopment program. And then through that, you have to get on the program and then live at that place for at least like 5 to 10 years. And then after that, you're allowed to sell it or move somebody else in and rent it and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. I think I've got a beat on that stuff. Any advice for if I wanted to buy property in another state besides the one I'm in currently?
Well, you're SSI, right? Not SSDI.
I'm SSI.
So you're the poverty disability program, not the regular disability program. I just want to make sure of that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, in that situation, you can't own more than one house. You're
Well, I
limited.
don't want to own more than one house. I just might want to buy a house in another state than the one I'm in now. I've kind of found the local hookup in the state I'm in.
Yeah,
And like you told me, I think
Yeah.
I have found that, and I'm going to talk more with them.
yeah.
This other question was that's for this state. If I wanted to look and purchase a house in a different state than the one I'm in right now, what would you suggest?
Well, how are you going to afford it in another state to buy it if you're limited to $2,000 in resources slash bank accounts with
Well,
SSI?
Well, I've been looking at like the USDA has programs, HUD has programs.
Mhm.
I assume they're not just all limited to that particular state you're in from the 50 states of the country, or is it like that? The state you get disability in, you're kind of locked in that state. Is that kind of how it works?
Well, the SSA usually looks for SSI people to have one dwelling, right? One dwelling. So if you're paying
Well, I
rent
don't have
on,
a house right now. I don't have a house right now.
I'm assuming, yeah, no, I get it. You're renting, but they still usually look for, it's going to be a red flag for them. One person that has more than one dwelling, because even if you're renting in one spot and then you're owning a house in another, that's yeah. Go ahead.
I'm not renting, but like I won't have more than one dwelling. I'm not talking about having multiple dwellings. I'm talking about having a dwelling in one single dwelling total under my name anywhere, but I would just want it to be in a state besides the one I'm in now. Like,
so what you're really
my
asking?
question's really getting
No,
through.
I got it. I got what you're asking me. This would be a better question to be asked of me off a live session, because I don't want to get in trouble for answering what people do that is similar to what you want to do. Because I just this is a better question to be asked of me outside of the live setting. Because remember what
the $250 an hour session.
I mean, yeah, I guess kind of that. Maybe you could send me a short email. I could just send you a quick string or something, but I'd prefer it to be over the phone, because to be fair, what you're really asking me is you will quasi be homeless on paper in this state while you retain you're in one state, but you will own and rent a home in another state to basically go that route. And then in this state you'll actually instead not really be homeless, but you'll be living quasi couch to couch with people to get around the whole, multiple dwelling thing. So,
well, I mean, my situation, I've just been surviving however I can for many years, and they finally gave me benefits.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to that lady on the phone, the place you were talking about before, she was saying, she could probably get something figured out in like 3 months for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be kind of going from homeless to homeowner, I guess. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'd rather do that than, spend my back pay. Well, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
How much back pay are we talking about here?
It's just like $1,500, but I'm not trying to live in downtown Seattle or something. Well, $15,000.
$15,000.
It was $20,000. Lawyers taking $5,000.
Okay.
So yeah.
So just to just to understand. Okay. All right. So
I'll email you.
Yeah.
You can send me something if you want to just say, hey, just go ahead and pay for an hour to talk to me. I'll do that.
Because
I'll email you, remind you of the question.
Yeah, what you're really asking me about is what square little plot of land do you buy with a trailer on it, or a way to get a trailer on it to then reduce your overall monthly expense related to, rent / whatever, so that you can increase the overall use of the money that you have coming in. And I know what you're trying to do. I've had this conversation before. But there's a lot of life stuff that plays a part in this. Do you have family in the other state? Do you have a support system in case there's a major problem and you have to do repairs? Do you already have electricity on the lot? Do you already have utilities like water on the lot? So there's stuff you got to watch out for.
Well, I mean, the conditions I've already survived in, I mean, if they'll just give me a plot of land and they won't come tear my tent down, I'll be okay. That's all I'm really looking for at this point. But I'd like to do a little better than that. I would like to have some kind of house or trailer, yeah.
All right. So you should do one of those private hours, because what you want to know is what are the steps to set that up. And,
yeah, I'd like to know how to do it right, not just do it, not knowing what I'm doing and wind up with something way worse than I possibly could have gotten.
Yeah, the way worse is where you put a trailer on it, the county shows up, puts a notice on it, says you got to remove the trailer, yada, yada. So, but do one of those hour thingies and I'll walk you through it. It does take a little while though. So make sure you have paper, pen, something to write, type out stuff. If you want to, go through that whole spiel. But for that conversation, you also have to kind of have planned out structurally where you're going to go for medicine, where you're going to be going for medication renewal, all that kinds of stuff. So just make sure the area before you do that call is already picked out based upon meeting the medical needs of what you'll need. Yeah.
Yeah, like somewhere I want to get is I want to gain proficiency with navigating these information systems to the point where I can just see everything that's available to me in like every program I could possibly, go with, and then make a decision from that. I mean, that's my goal before I buy anything, is learn how to know what I'm looking at.
What state were you thinking?
I will.
Yeah.
Huh?
What state were you thinking?
I mean, it's kind of up in the air, but like I'm kind of currently in Ohio. I wouldn't terribly mind being here, but maybe I want to be more up in Michigan and like the Great Lakes area. That sounds very nice to me. Maybe I want to go back to the West Coast in Washington. It just depends on, what's available. What can I have? I just don't know that now.
All of those states,
I need to find out how to figure it out.
Yeah, all of those states are off limits for that type of stuff. And the reason why is the projected increase of cost of living is extremely high. So there are states you can do what you want to do in, but they are not any of those states. And they're also too cold. The bottom line is you're not going to be able to afford just the heat bill that grows from having a system. I mean, even if you have one of those little heaters and you put 2 of them in the trailer, from Amazon, the heating bill alone is going to be all right. We'll talk. We'll go through it. Well, because I know
I've survived this whole winter with nothing but blankets and candles, man. I'm not worried about that stuff. But yeah,
I love it. I love it. That's good. That's all right. Well, look, we'll go through it. I'll tell you about where other people have failed, and then you do with it what you want. Because man, if you're tough and rugged, you can make it through. Then you can do Alaska. Then So yeah.
We'll see. I'll just need to figure out how to even know where I can go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll send you an email. Thank you.
Perfect, sir. I'll catch you later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, Washington's cold. Washington is a chilly place. There's also wild animal stuff going on there. There's all kinds of stuff. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take the next call real quick. We did miss a few right now. Let me go ahead and get this person real quick on here. Let me get the phone going. I'm gonna put the speakerphone on. Let's see if we can reach them on the phone real quick with a simple, quick ringaroo. Let's see if we can get them on the phone. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question, good sir? Go ahead.
Yes, my wife has been participating in Social Security disability for in excess of 7 years.
Okay. Yep.
And she's 66 years old in 4 months and has never had a CDR. And because of the change in our politics, she will be a full retirement age in mid-June. Could she expect to get in the next just few months her first ever CDR?
All right. So is there a possibility? Yeah. Are we talking FRA like 67? Or are we talking like early 62-ish?
She at the time of full retirement, she'll be 66 and 8 months.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we're talking FRA land and we're talking, so at that age, it's just not financially worth it for them to actually investigate people. You know what I mean? Because they're just going on to the retirement program.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess what I would say is this. I mean, there's always a potential of it, but it would be very low, like, 1% to 10% likelihood. It would be very, very low. Yeah.
Well, that's good, I think. She's been awarded disability 7.5 years ago and never once been called up for a CDR. So.
Hey, some people make it, but a lot of the people I know that are approaching retirement, like they're in the safe zone, but the people that are before, like are in their, latter 50s, early 60s, they are getting hit left and right. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I thank you very, very much for your time.
Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
And you do a great job. I've been watching you for years.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Well, I'll catch you down the line. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, basically, we don't know what DOGE is going to do with, OIG, the Office of Inspector General. We don't know how aggressive it's going to be. We do know that there's been a swap out with the Office of Inspector General, where they got rid of a prior Trump appointee, and then they kind of put some quasi person in there. And now we're going to who's Trump is going to put in next. So once Trump this is another thing that a lot of people don't realize. Once Trump has his own OIG Inspector General in there, then it's not going to really matter what Elon does. So anyways, howdy, good sir, or howdy, madam. We are live right now. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead. Oh, okay. So a lot of people, and we're going to be doing a video on explaining how that works, but when you have basically, here, let me take the call real quick. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We're live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi. Wow, that was quick.
Howdy.
I do have a question. Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said that was quick. I just called one time.
Ah, perfect. Well, walk me through it. What's going on?
Okay, when I applied for SSI, I applied for physical things, but when I was accepted for SSI, they told me that on the paperwork it said that they didn't even count the physical things. They said you're 55 and older, and you have no education, and you know what I mean. And so that's how I got the Social Security. But now they sent me paperwork saying, they want to know what doctors I've been seeing and stuff. But I'm like, I stopped seeing the doctors for a while, actually, the last 2 years. Because, I can't get any better. It's my back, so I'm not going to get any better. And it's my eyesight, and I'm not going to get any better. So
here's the thing. Every day, sometimes twice a day, I get a call, same gig. I'm not going to get better. I didn't go to doctors. Now I'm getting a CDR review. They're checking to see if I'm still disabled under the rules and regulations. Okay, so here's the thing. it is not it's not an excuse to not see doctors, because then that shows that you've stabilized, and in their eyes, you're looking better than you actually were, which is what's causing a CDR trigger or something else. So you have to immediately go get medical treatment to show current standing, because otherwise they're going to send you to their doctors, and the only medical evidence that they're going to have to use to see if you are still as severe or more severe than you were are their CE doctors, which tend to be extremely biased, anti-claimant, pro-SSA. So you have to tomorrow go and basically begin the process of seeing doctors to prove that you are still severely impaired. There is no excuse that you won't improve. There's no excuse when it comes to lack of medical treatment. The entire process requires the upkeep of medical treatment. That's just part of the gig of having benefits. So, like, you have to tomorrow immediately go do that, because otherwise, I can assure you the likelihood of you losing benefits is very, very high.
Okay, so even though they didn't put me on because of that, they put me on because of my age, is what they said, and lack of education. Even that, I should still go get my back and my eyes checked.
So grid outs are based off of medical and vocational limitations, same as a vocational allowance. Only listing level criteria are based off of solely medical. So you absolutely need to go to the doctor. You absolutely need to be seen for potential treatment. You absolutely need to get it done. Yeah.
Should I get this done? Because I don't have to send the paper back in or either fill it out. I have till the end of next month, till the beginning of next month. I have 30 days to do this. So I do have a back appointment actually to get an MRI and go to my pain manager. I do have that on the next week, and I am going to do that really quick. So I was going to do that, and then should I go get my eyes checked really fast and get the results and stuff, and then to finish the paperwork online, and then that's what I was thinking about doing. Do it online and then showing that, hey, look, I did go, and this is what's going on.
So what I would do is I would call
time, right?
Yeah, I would call the SSA and ask them basically to go ahead and give you additional time. That way the 30 turns into 60 days. Then I would go see a doctor for each of your impairments, and your main kicking impairments, like the ones that you're punting with, I would go and see 2 doctors to go ahead and have a diversity of opinion. And then I would go basically from there and submit all that documentation, or let the SSA know where you went, and they'll A27 those documents.
What kind of 2 doctors for your eyes and your back?
Just 2 of those types of profession of that specialty. You get 2 of them. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa. Did you think that you didn't? I mean, come on. Like, there's another side of this, like, where the SSA is going to, all right, what do you think happens if you don't go to the doctor? What does the SSA assume? What do you think they're thinking?
No, I don't know.
All right, well, they're thinking she doesn't need medical treatment, and she must not be that severe because she's not getting medical treatment for her impairments.
Okay. Well, I was thinking my impairment was basically lack of education, and I'm 55 and older. They said they're not going to deny me. They didn't deny me because that was the top of the thing. I was like, we're gonna let you have it. Has nothing to do with your back. Has nothing to do with your eyes or anything else. The reason why they said we're letting you have is because you're 55 and your lack of education, and that's it.
All right. Well, all right. And
that's why I was like, forget it.
All right.
No, I've been to a lot of things for my back, a lot of doctors for my back, just not in the last 2 years.
So just to clarify, all right, well, let me ask you another question. Let me play, devil's advocate here with questions. How many 55-year-olds do you know that have your education that are still working?
I don't really have any education, really. I only got up to like the 8th grade, if that.
Okay, but there's a lot of 55-year-olds with an 8th grade education out there working.
Really?
Oh, tons. Blue car industry, there's tons. Oh my goodness, there's landscaping, tree surgeon, concrete foundation. There's tons. Yeah. So you didn't get approved just because you're 55 and you have an 8th grade education. You got approved because of medical and vocational limitations. So in other words, Yeah, you gotta fix this fast kind of gig. Yeah.
I have been doing that, but what I'm gonna do is I will call SSA and get it extended because I do have an appointment for the MRI and the back thing. I was gonna do that before I filled out the paperwork because I was listening to you.
Yeah,
I
sure.
listened to your advice.
Yeah.
And then so the eyes I can get an appointment really quick this next week and then get in there as quick as I can.
Excellent.
Should it be two of the same kind of doctor, or one like for my eyeglasses, or one for like specialist, or should it be two specialists for my back and eyes?
I mean, if it were me, I'd get as much as I can, whatever I can schedule in there, because you're about to go through the process.
Okay.
I don't know if you realize how like important this is. Like, if they remove your benefits, you're going through an appeal at the worst time to be appealing when there's a anti-SSA situation going on politically. So like, I'm not sure you're feeling what I'm sending over, but remember how I did that video explaining like how you could be on a red flag list on DOGE's list for studying disabled people?
Yeah.
Like one of the major things, I talked about was how, people not getting medical treatment consistently is one of the things that puts you on a list. Like, you go fix this, please. I beg you, go fix this. So, yeah.
I'll do that. Thank you for your advice. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. But you have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
All right, you too. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, cool. We're going to wait for the next caller to call in, and then hopefully we should be good to go from there. Let's see if they call in real quick. We got a next caller right now. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live from YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
It's not a question. I just love your show, and I want to tell you that my daughter got a terrific office chair from Temu.
Temu? Oh, yeah?
Temu.
Temu or whatever it is? I'll have to check it out. I mean, if you can send me the thing, I'll check it out. I'm going to buy it after this video or wherever. I'm just going to get one because this chair, literally, it's going. And I've tightened it. I have tightened it. It has screws. It's just the wood is not holding. I also move too much when I sit in it. I'm one of those ADHD people where my body is constantly like, bobbing back and forth and wiggling and stuff. So no chairs live forever. Yeah.
This chair, I can't imagine it ever breaking in 100 years.
Wow. Wow.
Really solid.
That is
really solid.
That's impressive. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Send it over. Yeah.
How can I send you the information?
Just text the law firm, the link or whatever for it, or a picture of it. I'll grab it from there. I'll definitely check it out because I'm at the point where I need to get a new chair, and it's just I'm actually converting this desk to like a different setup. So like I should be in the not too distant future in a different setup, but I do want this to be, basically I do want to be in a different setup than this chair because I've been using this chair for far too long, and an accident is going to happen, and I'm going to be super sad. So yeah.
Don't have an accident. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Yeah.
We also got really nice desks from Temu.
Oh, cool.
But, it depends on what kind of style you want. But,
very cool.
Yeah. Temu has really cheap prices. And yeah, it's China. What are you going to do? But everything we get in America comes from China anyway.
Yeah.
So,
well, I bought from them some safety stuff and like a little mini chainsaw because I was like curious about how it worked and stuff. So I definitely did go that route, but I will absolutely check out their chairs.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The chair came from within the United States. It was in a warehouse in the United States.
Okay.
It won't take that long.
Perfect. Good. That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely check it out. I'll definitely take a look.
You have to put it together, but I think you can do that.
Yeah, trust me. After my garage is being like, I'm putting together those things in the garage right now. So, bottom line is I've been putting a lot of stuff together, but yeah, so. But excellent. Well, sounds good. I will catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful day, and thank you for the heads up on the desk and the chair. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Perfect.
God bless.
You as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
I will.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question?
Hi, this is Ron. I'm from Michigan. How you doing, Walter?
Very good sir. Walk me through. What's going on?
I just got approved for SSDI, and I'm I'm at my 2-year mark with the Medicare.
Okay.
And I have Medicaid right now, and I'm in Michigan. And I start my Medicare on the month of March. Does my Medicaid carry over with my Medicare automatically, or is there a process that I need to do in order to keep the Medicaid with the Medicare?
Now, the Medicaid usually travels, over unless they've sent you a notification of cutoff. So if they sent you a notification that it's going to be cut off or any issues with that?
No. The only notification that I got is that I start my Medicare in March, and I got Part A and Part B, but and then my monthly amount goes down $185. That's what I've received to this point now. But I spoke with my doctor about 2 weeks ago when I seen him for my 3-month checkup. After I seen him, I asked him about the Medicaid carrying over, and he didn't know anything about it. So I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to keep my Medicaid with my Medicare, because I haven't received anything saying that anything's going to be cut off, but yet I'm going to lose $200 a month on my SSDI check because of the Medicare. And I want to know if the Medicaid is going to pay for prescription meds, name brand meds like Entresto, Eliquis that I currently take, with who's going to pay for that, because my doctor said if I don't have Part D, that Medicare might not pay for that.
Okay. I mean, so you're probably going to keep that because the Medicaid's, they do a notification process to go ahead and send you like so many months out usually before you lose it, unless there's a fraud situation where they're cutting it off. But if you currently have it, you're likely to continue receiving it going forward.
Okay, now is that because of I have a low amount of SSDI as far as money goes, or is that because that's just how it works in Michigan? Or how does that work?
I mean, you're getting basically, just to be clear, around, $1,000 a month currently, correct?
No, I get $1,765 a month minus the $185 now because the Medicare.
Yeah, the Medicare payment. Yeah. Are you getting state supplement at all or no?
No, this is just my SSDI, what I get every month from SSA. I don't get no supplement. I don't get food stamps. I don't get nothing but that check. I live off the $1,765 a month off of the SSA only.
So here's the thing, because you're not protected with SSI and you're only SSDI, you have to check and see what the county/state are going to be doing with your, with your benefits there. Because to be fair, usually when people go ahead and, if they have Medicaid, they keep it going forward. But there are things that can kick you off that are state specific that can take you off of Medicaid. I know why people keep it, as a dual program with their Medicare, but you would really have to call the county or rather the state, your specific state, and ask them what are the reasons that somebody would go ahead and be taken off of Medicaid. And then if you want to just, if you're worried about them looking you up, just use a different phone, different name, yada, yada.
Okay. One last thing. I had a lawyer get me my SSDI, and they've reached out to me, and I speak with them tomorrow. And I was wondering about the dual eligibility part of that, where you get your Medicare and then the Medicaid picks up whatever the Medicare doesn't pay for. is there a limit on the amount of money, I mean, that you know of that would like cut that off? Because I'm seeing in chat right now that it's 1,500 or under that I don't get nothing, because I don't get food stamps or anything like that. I just get that amount of money, and my brother gets like the SSI where he gets $964 a month, and after I get done paying for my food and now paying this $185, and now I'm going to have to pay co-pays and all this and all that, and he gets almost $300 a month in food stamps. He makes just as much money as I do on SSI, and I get $750 or almost $800 more than he does a month.
Yeah, but remember what you're talking about is you're not getting around $2,000. You're getting $1,500-$1,600 a month, which makes you feel like an SSI recipient, but you don't have the same restrictions as an SSI recipient. Like there's a ton of financial restrictions on him, what he can do, what he can't do, etc., that you don't have. But it really takes around $2,000 a month with benefits. I see other people calling in. Let me just finish this call and we'll get to the rest of the people. But the bottom line is it takes, around $2,000 a month for it to even make sense. Otherwise, you do look like, feel like, seem like somebody who is essentially, getting a similar amount to the SSI person because they get extra state stuff thrown on, including Medicaid, including food stamps, although he should not be getting that much food stamps. But again, I don't know what your state is doing specifically with that, with the state supplementals, because in Florida, you'll get like $10 worth of food stamps when you're on SSI, getting the max SSI amount. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but this is the problem that I do see pop up a lot, where you're going to feel like you're getting an equivalent amount to him, but he has significant limitations on what he can do, specifically poverty restrictions that you do not have on you. And also you get Medicare. So to be fair, big difference there, very big difference there.
Isn't the Medicaid better than Medicare, though?
No.
Because Medicaid pays for everything?
Absolutely not. Go look up what Medicaid does if you inherit anything down the line before you pass away. Go look at what Medicaid is like when having to go get a surgery from a reputable doctor. No. Medicaid is shit compared to Medicare. Medicaid is horrible. It just seems like a good deal because he's getting a bunch of low-level free stuff and you're not. No. For the big stuff, it's all about Medicare.
Okay, Walter, I'm not going to take up no more of your time. I appreciate your answer to my questions, and you have a great day.
Yeah, absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you. All righty.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep, bye.
Yeah, no, Medicare is way better. Way, way better. It's more of a pay-to-play gig. And it doesn't seem fair when you're only getting $1,500, $1,600 a month because they take too much away from you. That's the thing. All right, we're going to take one more call. Here we go. Speakers on. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. Also, remember to mute the computer that has the YouTube line because we're just going to talk directly through the phone. Okay, walk me through. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
First of all, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Nice Guy Eddie, and I'm going to go through this very quickly.
Sure.
Walter, and hopefully at the end you can help me figure out what's going on. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Filed 23 July 23. Okay. I was over the limit. It was $1,470 limit.
Okay.
I was over the limit, maybe a few dollars. Okay. And the national company said, well, first of all, you should keep it $75 to $100 under that $1,400, whatever it was, limit. Okay. So I made an appointment to go in to my local office, and she was very nasty. And she was like, leave it where it is. I said, well, you sure? I said, because I was told at least stay about $150, $100 so I don't go over it. Sir, leave it where it is. So I left it where it was. Okay. 2 weeks later, I get a denial letter. Right. So I said, I need to speak to a supervisor because I was going off what she said.
Yeah.
Supervisor called me and said, we do not give advice at the Social Security. Okay. We're not here for that.
That's what they claim. That's what they claim, but that's not what happens. So, yeah.
Buyer beware.
Right.
Need to answer questions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I said, cool. So she said, give me your social.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She said, oh, whoa, wait a minute. you're an independent contractor. I said, yeah. She said, it's even lower than $1,470.
Yep.
That's a mistake. I said, she didn't tell me that. Oh, she paused. She said, I'm the supervisor. She said, oh, we got a problem here. She said, you should be $1,470, less than 45 hours a month. Da, 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 da. Okay. She said, here's what I'm for you. I'll retire in 2 years. I'm going to pass this through. And I'm going to pass it through based off, we don't do that, but I feel you got a bad stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it through. So she pushed it through. A year later, maybe, January 2nd, she changed the onset date was still January 23 of 23. That's the onset date. But she had to change the new filing date to January of 2024. Okay? I'm almost done. All right. And she says, there's 3 things that's going to possibly happen. Number 1, when it gets to the adjudicator, they're going to approve you and pass it through. Number 2, they're going to deny you. Okay? Or number 3, they're going to give you payment for 1 year, and then they're going to close your case, and then you go back, you live off that 1 year payment, and then you go back and refile again. Those are the 3 things. Okay? All right. So for some reason, I got a letter saying we're at stage 3 now out of 5. Okay, great. So they sent me this 30-page questionnaire. Sir, some of those questions were repeating themselves. They were just worded a different way.
Yeah.
But the answer was still the same because I'm not lying. And they just tried to throw me up. And I was like, oh, why do I have to keep answering the same question? But I did, okay? And it was a huge work questionnaire. How many sit-ups? How many that? A lot of stuff. Long story short, I'm still over because I'm over the 45 hours per month. I'm at 20 hours per month when I talk to her again. She's retiring next year. She said, look. Oh, and then she said, oh, wait a minute. Is this a job or it's self?
It's self-employment, isn't it?
Job. Huh?
Are you working self-employed where you're doing basically your own work, where you have your own company, or are you doing
my mother has dementia. She's 90. So she said, wait, did you get all the money portion that you went over? It doesn't apply to you because you're not at a job. It's not considered a job. It's considered a stipend or whatever it is. She said it because you're self-employed with a 1099. Yes, you're going to get the 1099. You fill out, but we're not going to worry about that. This is what she said. To get the money portion, all that money issues and all that, don't worry about it. And that's pretty much where we at now. I talked to the adjudicator, and he said, I'm waiting on the VA and a community care with the VA where I had some ICE things. He said, once I get that, I will be the one to make a decision. He's like, and if it goes, I send it back down to your home office. And they just spearhead and orchestrate whatever they need to do. But he's like, I'm not going to lean one way or the other, but I need the VA records. And everything I got, and that's it, is documented. Everything the doctors put in there from mental health to A to Z, I have the medication to back it up. So my question to you, and I know I was long-winded, but I had to run through it very quickly. What do you think?
All right, so a couple of things I just want to clear up. Do you have veteran benefits as well?
Yes, I'm an Air Force veteran of 12 years, yes.
100% PNT or TDIU?
Oh, no, I'm not service connected. No, I get no money but free health care. That's it.
But you're getting disability through the SSI?
No, none of that. I just get travel. They pay for my travel to the VA hospital. Anything VA related, they pay for it. And my health care. No money comes from the VA, so I'm not service connected.
So what is the official program you're receiving benefits from the SSA?
I don't have anything. I applied for disability. I went over to 970, so I couldn't get that second portion. So we just went right back to the disability portion. I guess it's 2 of them, SSI, SSD, or whatever. One of them, I made too much. I made over $900, so I was disqualified.
Okay.
So this one, I'm supposed to, it's $2,000 a month. I would get every month, basically, based off what I paid into it.
Are you still working right now?
Yes, I am. I'm still working right now. I care for my mom. And she said, continue to do it because we're not you're a self-employed independent contractor, 1099. You're not. It's not a job. It's basically what she said. This is a sue, right? It's not considered a job, right? So, I don't know. So that's why I was calling you, because the adjudicator has mentioned nothing about that. He didn't say. Oh, he said, from what I feel, I'm not going to send you to one of our doctors, because the VA is not in the business of lying.
Let me ask you
with
this.
These medical records.
So you've been working this job for a while, and you're the one that's actually doing the services of taking care of your mom, correct?
No, I have an aide that come in from Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
An aide come in like from Kaiser. They take care of her. My sister comes over, and I don't do any lifting. Do a little cooking for her, but all the ailments I put down on there, I was able to justify it by having family members coming over here to lift her in her Hoyer lift and da-da-da-da-da. So I didn't put any of that I did that, because those questions were repeating themselves. Go get the mail, who do da-da-da-da-da.
All right. So you're self-employed. The VA is paying you to take care of the veteran that I'm assuming is your mom.
No, it's a government, like a Social Security, along with Kaiser or whatever. They pay this home health care people.
Okay, I got it.
They pay the contract that they got with them.
Right. So they pay a group. The group pays you to take care of the mom. Now you're saying it's only a stipend, where it's just like your expenses and not your actual work that you're doing, correct?
Well, it's not reported on when I went on the Social Security site, when it has my history all the way back to 1984.
Yeah.
It has me down for zero income for the last 4 years. Zero income. So, she was like, well, even if he brings it up, it doesn't apply to you because you're self-employed. And
yeah, but self-employed means, you have countable income. And even worse than that, they can investigate you because you could be underpaying yourself. And as a result of that, they could claim that you actually are worth more than what you're being paid, which can hurt you even more. But in this case, you're paid for certain things, which is the upkeep of the mother, correct?
Of my mom, medications, everything. Yeah.
I mean, look, they may have some classification where they, did a buddy deal and they, keep it under or whatever. But if you are doing that, that is a earned income job. That is countable income. They may have put it under some other category, but that is a earned income job.
She said it would be under the family caregiver contractor 1099 category. That's what she said. Family caregiver, I wrote it down.
Yeah, send me that, because I know that there's a caregiver exception, a caveat, but I'd have to see if that's something that falls within that principle, because I don't know, because they're paying a group that's then paying you, and I don't know.
Well, when you say they're paying a group, I know I'm over 5 minutes. When you say they're paying the group, let me make sure I'm on that pay. Who are you referring to, sir?
A group is paying a group that oversees the management of people who oversee the management of disabled people or elderly people, and you're one of the people who receives the benefit from that group. So
put that down.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, that's it. It's a private company. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, to me, I'd have to look at the caregiver exception. Yeah, I'd have to see if that's going to fall under that. I know that there's a provision there. I'd have to look at the elements nowadays, because remember, the rules keep changing. Shoot me a quick email on that. I can always do a video on it. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen that. But from what, look, sir, we over 11 minutes. I have to let other people talk. I mean, I'm sorry it took so long. I knew you would be like, wait a minute, this is very complicated.
Yeah.
But I'll send you that through the email. And from what you're hearing now, when the adjudicator didn't mention any of that monies or nothing, he just said those two things. Would he have told me we're going to have an issue with your pay? Would he have mentioned that?
Well, potentially, yeah. That's why I have to see if there's an exception. If there's no exception, you're earned income as self-employed. Well, no, you wouldn't even be well, maybe. It depends on if you yourself as, your own entity, your own little corporate existence that they are hiring as basically a third-party contractor. So, I mean, did you ever set up a company in your... Okay. Do you have any certifications and take care of?
Say that again, sir.
Do you have any certifications that were set up for this, or did you achieve any certifications? Did you set up a company?
No, it was just an extensive background check, looking for pedophile, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Passed it, and it was you had to do CPR. That's all it's documented.
But they put you through a CPR training?
Yes, yes, they took it out to check. Took that money out. Yeah.
Send me the fact pattern on this, and I'll take a look and see what it is. Because I haven't looked at that in probably 10 years, but I'll take a look at it and go from there. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what am I sending again, kind sir?
Oh, just the fact pattern, the details as to what your situation has, and then I'll do a quick review of it, and then I can always make a video out of it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. How was your doctor's visit before I go?
Oh, it was it's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow's the official visit where I find out from what they cut out of me whether or not there's any cancerous material. So tomorrow's an important day. So yeah.
Well, yesterday was Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you.
I love the channel. I love the I've looked at a lot.
Yeah.
You'll get off topic with humor and laughter, and then you go back to the topic. It's very genuine. It's funny. So I just want to let you. It's not that stern. Like some of them guys, he's really stern, and the ladies don't. I'm not against ladies, but they just don't. They're just stern. They're not that giggly, laughy like. And
yeah.
We've been waiting 3 years. You make us laugh and forget about the 3 years we've been waiting.
Hey, I'm trying. Yeah, it's a tricky and it's a tough content type. Disability law, Social Security. It's not everybody's tea, but I don't know. I just it's when and keep in mind, I hate going to those attorney things where I sit there with a bunch of starch-filled suits, just being grumpy. But anyways, you're actually my last caller.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
It's a good service you're giving back to the community. Nobody's doing it but you. You do know that, right?
The funny thing is, and that's the thing. I had somebody tell me today that I was not the most viewed attorney for disability benefits. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we have this many views. I was like, do you mean advertisement views? And he was like, yeah, we have. And I was like, you mean the advertisements that play during my videos of your law firm? And like, you're claiming that you have those views? And he's like, well, we put it other places too. And I was like, dude, I'm not worried at all. Yeah.
I ain't going to hold you up. I enjoy talking to you. Hey, guys, everybody's listening. I do apologize. I'm sorry.
No
Thank
worries.
you, and I'll email you.
Thank you, good sir. You have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, big guy. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was my final call for the evening. Just a quick thing. I do see some questions here. Please call in during the next show. The reason why is that I get super tired because we've done 3 videos now. And the reason I do my hand looked kind of weird there, but the reason we do basically 3 videos in a row is because I don't get a chance to have time to edit videos, kind of like all these other people that do this stuff. Because remember, from like 8-ish a.m. until around 10-ish p.m., I usually just work at the law firm, and we're doing the videos super early this time just to try it out. We're kind of mixing up start times, mixing up days that I go live, stuff like that. I will catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. I do see the question about the lottery winnings. I see the question about some of the other things as well. Just call me on Monday. That's when I'm going to do the live next, and I'll go through a full walkthrough with you, and we'll keep it rolling. Have a wonderful, wonderful night and a beautiful upcoming weekend. And hopefully everything will go super dupe, and we'll go from there. Please remember to like. Please remember to subscribe. If I helped you out, please consider those options. Head over to Google, type in Disability Resolution Law.